Do you want a game that's both cozy but at the same time features some mystery and intrigue? Well then, let us tell you about an indie game called On Your Tail. Developed by an Italian studio called Memorable Games, On Your Tail is described as a cozy detective game in which you must unravel the mystery of a small town being plagued by a mysterious thief. Join us here at GameMate as we put on our detective hats and review On Your Tail. On Your Tail follows the story of Diana, an aspiring writer who is in search of some inspiration after her work was rejected by her professor. After reading about a place her grandmother visited called Borgo Marina, she then sets off to find her inspiration there. Although after just arriving in town, she ends up in an accident after a mysterious masked figure causes her to crash her motorcycle. After she finally wakes up, she finds out that the same figure that caused her to crash is also breaking into the places of the residents of Borgo Marina. Diana takes it upon herself to investigate these strange robberies and hopefully uncover the truth of the identity of this mysterious masked individual. As she slowly tries to uncover the truth, Diana is free to explore the quiet town of Borgo Marina, and it is here she slowly gets introduced to the many residents living in the small seaside town. The game has a lot of things to investigate, and all are somehow connected to this mysterious thief. This draws you into the story as you are also trying to figure out and solve the mystery surrounding the town. On Your Tail is a detective game in which you must use your thinking and deduction skills to solve the many mysteries plaguing the town of Borgo Marina. With the help of Diana's grandmother's chrono lens, which lets her see into the past, she is able to find clues in the environment that would help her solve whatever she is investigating. The investigation segments require you to keep a keen eye on the crime scene, as you must find anything out of place to add to your list of clues. After finding all the clues, you then enter Diana's mind palace, where she tries to piece together the events to help her solve the mystery. The Mind Palace gameplay plays like a game board, as you must use the clues you find to recreate the sequence of events that led up to the crime to solve it. These segments really allow players to put on their thinking caps, as some of the mysteries you come across require a lot of deductive reasoning and careful consideration to solve them. But don't worry if you end up getting stuck in some of these, as the game gives you hints in the form of Joker cards. These cards can help you unlock clues or lead your chrono lens to places you haven't investigated yet. You are only given a few cards per investigation though, so knowing when to use them is all up to you. Aside from solving mysteries, during your downtimes, Diana can also experience a lot of things around the area of Borgo Marina. And let us tell you, there are quite a lot of things to do in and around the town. As Diana, you explore the many streets and see the many beautiful sights of the seaside town. You are even able to shop in the many stores around the town, work in an ice cream store or even a restaurant, and also take a boat to explore the many islands found around the town. There are even quite a few mini games to take part in, like marble racing, skipping stones, and even fishing. Yes, fishing! Woo! There are just so many ways for you to pass time in between all the investigations. You are also able to meet and talk to the many different residents who all have their own unique personalities. There are also a few that you can become friends with and invite them to hang out and will accompany you around the town. If you bring them to some of the investigations, they may even comment about the person you are talking to. This makes the town feel very lived in and gives it a lot of personality. That being said, we do wish that the game featured a bit more of QOL stuff, like being able to fast travel around the town, as the game has a lot of backtracking to places you've already been to. The game's camera could also use a bit of tweaking, as the subtle movements when walking around made us a bit dizzy at times. But aside from those, On Your Tail is a great game to play if you want to wind down after a long day's work. On Your Tail's visuals are definitely its main standout, as both the characters and the world look very well designed. The characters are very well modeled in both the 2D and 3D models, and their expressions give them a lot of personality. Every character you meet looks very distinct. It helps that they are also modeled after different animals, so it makes it easy to remember who is who. The 2D art really stands out, as the expressions the characters give off really show their emotions and how they feel. We also love the tiny chibi heads of the characters that show up on the top right of the corner of the screen during some conversations. It's adorable. Even some of the NPCs are quite memorable. Wait, this NPC looks familiar. That hat? A marine biologist? Is that a JoJo reference? As for the environment, the brightly colored visuals really capture the feel of a seaside Italian town and honestly make us wish it was real and we could visit. Just look at how beautiful the beach is. The town of Borgo Marina looks breathtaking, and we can tell a lot of attention was put into it to make it a place you really want to come visit. There are a few hiccups in the visuals in terms of performance, as we did notice a few stutters, especially when traveling from one area of a town to another. For the audio, there isn't really much to say as it doesn't really stand out as much compared to the visuals of the game. As for the voice acting, the character mostly speaks in grunts and small noises, which reminds us of some RPGs and even Animal Crossing, so we can't really say much about the voice acting either. The audio at least does a great job of setting the ambiance of the overall feel of the game, and it doesn't seem too out of place. On Your Tail is a great game if you want to sit back and enjoy a cozy life sim mixed with some mystery on the side. Just exploring and getting to know the residents of Borgo Marina was already enough for us to enjoy the game, and adding a mystery to solve also makes us more invested in the story and the characters. That's why we here at Game8 are giving On Your Tail an 80 out of 100. What do you guys think? Will you be playing On Your Tail? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe if you want more video game related content. This has been Game8 and we'll see you in the next one.